Hello guys, Mucho here, and today we're gonna be talking about damage rotation and what spells do you wanna press when it comes to like doing damage for PvP. So basically right now I'm running the same build here right now. It's just like this is like no pet build, triple conflag build. Maybe you guys cannot see, but basically the only thing that changes here is like remote sacrifice, which is right here, and you know, improve conflag. You just instead of like Rodent Blaze, but you can play with Rodent Blaze if you want to. So how do you do damage? Basically, arena starts. You're depending what are you facing. If you face like RMP or something, you play with a pet, which you can. If you don't want to play with a pet, you don't have to. It's up to you. But right now, let's say we don't play with pet. This is like fully gear 4-set character right now. This is like tournament room, like you guys can see. 418 Larian, this give me like stats, give me haste or burst. 4-set, I'm stacking like you see haste burst stats, 13% crit. I have like this mythic raid ring, but we have benders here, but this ring usually does a lot of damage. So I will show you guys in a second here the damage breakdown as Destro saw it. If you guys know like affliction, basically affliction agony generates soul char, right? Just to do damage. So for Destro, basically it's gonna be immolate. Immolate give you soul char regen or embers, whatever you guys wanna call it. So I'm dotting this dummy. Putting immolate is like your main priority, right? On every single target. And you'll be like, why? Because immolate increases the damage of all your like abilities when you shadow burn and when you like say incinerate everything, because of eradication and because like action remains. So that's why you wanna basically have like immolate on every single target. So outside of that, you just basically shadow burn, conflag, and then you can incinerate if you want to. You don't have to like cast Chaos Bolt to do damage right now. You don't even have to anymore. You can, if you're free casting by yourself, yes, you can do Chaos Bolt. You're like free casting and nobody's attacking you. Yeah, you can do that, right? You can do some like damage like that, pop Reef in the single target that you wanna kill, which I'm gonna show you guys in a second. And that's pretty much it when it comes to damage. If you run like Roaring Blaze, which is like this talent right here, you're just gonna make Incinerate, do more damage. And it's really good because it really depends if you feel like you're gonna be able to cast or not. Right now, like my damage of Immolate is insane. I'm always gonna be like Soul Shard cap. So there's like two ways. In solo shuffle, you guys don't have to play with Rain of Fire. Why? In solo shuffle, people cannot use water, people cannot drink in solo shuffle, right? So it's irrelevant because usually if I play Rain of Fire, it's in actual 3v3 or something like that, or 2s. Why? Because I want to like stop the healer from drinking, like I was mentioned before. So let's say you're facing an Ardred or any healer, and you have like this build right now, and you don't have Rain of Fire, right? You play like no pet build. Let's say it's really high dampening already, and the guy is trying to drink. Your healer has like the mana advantage, but if the guy drinks, you guys might lose the game. And you'll be like, okay, how can I stop the drink? If I push in, I don't have any defensive. My partner doesn't have any defenses. I cannot tell my healer to push in because he's like, overextending and putting himself in danger. What can you do? You have like no Rain of Fire, you have no pet. How can you stop the drink? It's behind the pillar. If it's a druid, let's say he shadow melts, he uses like ratio shadow melt in this drink, which everybody right now is Alliance usually because Alliance is like way stronger. So what do you do in that scenario, right? You just have to let him drink because you cannot like overextend or you might lose the game. And that's the thing, if he's behind the pillar, he's invis or whatever, you know where he's located, you know where he's at, but how do you get there? I mean, yeah, you can like gateway, you can like soul burn, make a gateway in, but you're far from your port because he's not gonna drink on your pillar, right? So that basically is gonna like, you're using a 2-minute cooldown mobility to reach to stop the drink, which you can, it's good. But if all the melees decide to like turn and hit you, you're not even close to your port range, right? What's gonna happen is that you can die, and then if it's really high dampening, your healer won't be able to recover. So that's why I like to play Rain of Fire, because in 3 solo shuffle you don't have to, they cannot drink. So you can just like, okay, rain of fire, I'll stop the drink. Even if he's behind the pillar, you can like throw it from the side and I stop the drink. But like I said before, just like make sure you immolate everything. Just immolate and just do damage. You can cowball your free casting, conflag. And look, conflag is like doing like 56k. Cowball right now because I have force is doing 103. Shadowburn is doing like 60k. So let me show you guys a video from my point of view really quick, so you guys can have an idea of what I'm talking about, right? Because it's like you guys have to see, because most likely all of you is like, how do you kite a melee, how can you kite a warrior? So it's in solo shuffle things that you guys want to know, right? So let me hide my camera for a second, okay? So, and I'll go here, okay? That you guys don't need to see that, okay? This is what you guys want to see, right? So here the game starts. This is a solo shuffle, round 1. So I'm against like, you know, Laros, multi-rank going warrior, upstairs, multi-rank going priest, whatever from the move. I'm playing with Saryu right now. This is solo shuffle. I make a gateway. The only reason I'm in the opener right now is because Saryu and I made an agreement. He wanted me to stay in the opener so we can kill the warrior. I'm like, okay, sure, that's fine. So this is what I'm doing right now. And I'm just like staying in the middle while he's like, you know, blasting the guy. I'm doing damage too, you know. Do you see me casting Chaos Bolts? No. I'm just jumping around, putting immolates on everybody. Now I'm casting a Chaos Bolt because I have the Preg talent, the Preg buff. So I'm immune, so I poured that. I have the Preg talent again. And I'm just like, you know, now I have to gateway. It's just like Avatar. The water is like taking a lot of damage, but you see? Do you see me casting bolts right now? No, just incinerate. I got the proc again from like AoE thing. I'm almost dead here, so I'm just like trying to stay in the opener just because he told me so. So right now, okay, I get kick on fire, but you see, I have a Chaos Ball right now. I can cast Chaos Ball. I'm casting a Chaos Ball. Immolate again because Immolate fall off, and just keep doing damage. The water is like dying here. Essence break from the DH, blur. I'm just keep running. You don't see me casting that much. I'm doing a lot of damage zero, right? You see? This is like the main thing that you have to do. When it comes to like solo shuffle, I'm playing with a priest. Usually the priest struggle healing us, but boom, we win that round like that. Just because I'm staying in the middle, but at the same time we have like Grey with Mage's Pulling. Mage is like, you know, Frost Nova. I'm using Gateway, I'm using Port, but at the same time I'm staying in the middle so he can like min-max his damage because his solo shuffle dampening starts like at 10% and start like ramping up. And I'm playing triple conflict build, I believe here I'm playing. So I'm basically just like all instant cast damage, as you guys can see. This is from like Twitch thing, so you guys can see the follow, whatever, but it's fine. So you guys can see the 3 charges here that I'm playing. Mage is like blasting. So look at this matchup. The Weather wants to go me hardcore. So since the Weather wants to go me, what is my thought process here? I'm like, okay, I just need to guide him to his dampening. I just don't want to like tank spear, or I don't want to tank any of the Weather damage. Like, he leaves already, so I pour because he leaped. He already used mobility. I know that he has charge, but I'm just LOSing because he has charge, right? He already leaped, so he doesn't have like gap closer to me. So I'm just like, you know, still lining, but he's Stumble. Then I trinket because it's combustion. So I just keep like lining here, dotting everything with Immolate. I'm not bolting, I'm not freaking out. I just dart back high because it's combustion. I'm getting hit, it's okay. Look at the water right now. I still have all my Rift. I'm popping Rift, triple Rift, Inferno. The water's by himself here. I get the shield and the water is just gonna die by Shadowburn, Conflict, you know, just that. Just by myself, I solo the guy. This is what I'm trying to show you guys. Like, that's like the main thing. You kind of like bait the melee behind the pillar, keep running around, and you guys can kill them. You guys cannot be too aggro. I mean, yeah, you guys can cast Chaos Ball and stuff like that. I know it's fun, but in this expansion, Chaos Ball, you don't have to rely on it anymore. You guys can just like Shadowburn, Conflag, Incinerate, Conflag, Immolate, and that's it. If you cast Chaos Ball, it's because you're free casting, they allow you to, they're allowing you, right? But you don't have to. Sometimes you might be soul chart cap, but that doesn't really matter. So here's another matchup. Takes a little bit longer, but this is like me with the warrior against them, and I think we killed the demon hunter here. So it's kind of like the same concept, but you know, I just kite the DH as much as I can. I never want to be stuck with my teammate because the DH has a lot of like clip damage, AoE stun. You don't want to do that, right? So right now I just have to focus on like my healer CC, whether it's taking damage, the edges blur. I just don't want to like completely burst him, but at the same time now blur falls off, his shadow melt. And then you see I'm sending Rift, they're LOSing right now, that's a dome, they're stacking. I'm just doing AoE damage right now. You see me casting bolts? No, not so far. I'm just like instant casting, incinerating. That's pretty much it. Shadow burn, now I cast a Chaos Ball. I'm trying to use because I know that Mage has a kick, but he's not kicking, so I'm just like, okay, I don't have to cast Chaos Ball then, it's okay. And just like keep conflagging. Do you see my damage? Am I losing like to them? No. That's like what I'm trying to like show you guys. Immolate on everybody as much as you can. Chaos Ball here because no kicks. Boom. They're getting rotted. I'm not in their line. My water's getting hit, but I'm with my healer. I'm covering my healer. So if somebody has to like peel or like CC my healer, they have to go through my water, then they have to go through me, and then they have to CC him, which is okay because then I can like spam fear. They're overextending themselves, and you know I'm far from my port, but I can make a gateway and I can be out. And we're having the momentum right now, so you see they're like stacking right now. This is what I want. For example, look at that proc right now. I sent a coil, I sent double coil, bolt three targets at the same time. Everybody's like dying right now. I got the prec buff, you know, he's dying. This is when he dies, I believe, because he's like overextend, I believe. Just incinerate spamming, he dies. So that's what I'm trying to show you guys when it comes to like damage from that type of, you know, log. You don't need to like do things like that anymore. All you have to do basically is just straight up just cast incinerates, immolate on everybody, and you guys can just win the game like that. Like immolate, everybody has immolate right now, right? Just conflag, you're hitting multiple targets with it. Shadow burn above your damage of of everything. Then you can cast a Chaos Ball, incinerate if you want to, then reapply immolate. Shadow burn hits everybody as well, and you know, basically by throwing conflag, sometimes it hits like 80k. I hit one for like 87, 90k conflag. So you have like 3 charges of conflag and you do like, let's say 80k, 50k, 60k. You know, you're already doing all that amount of damage just instant cast with 3 charges. Or you lose, you know, it's like it's hitting harder than a Chaos Ball in a way, right? Incinerators are hitting for 71k. You don't have to do much technically. So all your stuff is like instant cast. Except like, yeah, oh, you're free casting, you're allowed to cast Caliber. You have like the prec talent buff, which is like this PvP talent right here. This talent, if you can interrupt, you get like immune to CC and pushback for 5 seconds, and you get haste. This talent is insane. So usually you can fake cast, like if people are not kicking you at all, you don't have to cast Caliber. It's okay. Why? Because you're gonna get like burned to ashes like a talent, right? You have to play this talent right here. So when you shadow burn, you're gonna get a charge of it. When you shadow burn, you get like incinerate increases damage by 30%, right? So what you do is they don't want to kick or anything, that's fine. You just like throw incinerates instead, and basically you're gonna hit like 76k, 38k, 50k, 90k. I hit something incinerate for 100k, so or more. It's just depending what I'm stacking or how much like buffs do I have. So right now, you know, shadow burn, conflag, then incinerate, 81k. You know, this is all, you know, keep in mind when you get hit you can proc backlash, right? Backlash, when you get hit, it makes your incinerate instant cast. So you guys can like min max, like look at incinerate damage, 88k. Like this is a lot of damage just by, you know, sometimes it might hit a little bit less, sometimes it might hit like 100k. It really depends, right? Conflags are hitting 67k already, you know. You guys can see this yourself. You don't have to cast, it's not castable depending anymore. You can still cast it like I said, but you don't have to. This is the build that I'm running. For solo Chofo, you can like spec out of Rain of Fire and put the other point in Ashen Remains, because you know you don't have to stop the drinks. Another question that you guys might ask me, Dream Out of Synergy works when you sacrifice a pet, so I'll show you here. So let's see if I can make a proc here really quick. Let's It's not proccing right now, but it proc, it works. Blizzard fixed it, but they didn't mention anything about it. So it give you basically 10% damage buff. Here it is, Demonic Synergy. Yeah, I'm playing with Grimoire Sacrifice, but I'm still getting the 10% damage increase. So when you proc that, you can do like big damage actually. It's crazy how much damage that you can do with 10% more damage. That's a 79k like on flag, you see? 77, Incinerate, Shadowburn is like doing 53k. That's a lot of instant cast damage, as you guys can see. So this is like the talents that I'm running. And that's pretty much it for like when it comes to like doing damage. Like positioning, you guys like already have an idea about positioning, so you guys don't have to like stress out too much about positioning. It's just how it is, you know. You cannot like tank too much damage. I'm playing Dark Iron Dwarf as well because rogues are insane, and you always want to make sure you remove that dead mark. When they bleed on you, make sure you don't drink it. You just, you know, you're gonna be in kidney shot, which is like rogue stun. Out of the stun, you can like fire blood, which is a dark iron ratio, and it's gonna remove all his like poison, bleeds, and everything, curses, whatever you have on you, is gonna remove it. And basically that's how you counter a death mark from the rogue every 2 minutes. But outside of that, that's pretty much it for like damage. You can throw Inferno for damage, you can throw it for like peeling on your teammates. On the kill target, you send triple rifts or double. It does a lot of damage for single target. And then, you know, Shadowburn, Conflag, and that's pretty much it. And then Incinerate. Oh, you wanna fake cast? You can like fake cast with Shadow. You have 3 schools of magic. If you get kick on fire, let's say you get kick on Incinerate, Immolate, you can still cast Castball, because Castball is a different type of school. Or you can cast Shadow, which is Fear, and spam Fears. It's okay. Or you get kick on Fear, you can cast Fire or Castball. You get kick on Fire, Bolt of Fear. That's how it is. If you get kicked on Castball, then you're locked down on both schools, but that's pretty much it. But since you don't cast that much Castball, it doesn't really matter. You shouldn't be getting kicked too much because of that, because you're playing an instant cast build. Like I said, you can play with Rotting Blaze. It doesn't hurt. It does a lot of damage still. You can play with legit Rotting Blaze. It's good. Like I'm doing like 91Ks, 80Ks, like, you know, without Rotting Blaze. If we play Rotting Blaze, you're gonna do like way more damage. So let me show you. Another thing that I'm gonna show you guys is like the double kick thing. So I'm gonna summon a pet really quick before testing. So if you guys ask me, why do you have pet, why are you playing with Feldon when you have like Grimoire Sacrifice? So this is the trick. So you guys can see I have like Feldon right here in the corner. So I have my interrupt right here. So let's say this dummy is casting. So I'm gonna use my kick. Kick went off. I'm gonna summon a pet. You see that I have kick again here. I'm gonna use it. Boom. It's double kick, and then you sacrifice again. And that's pretty much it. So now, when you play with Rotting Blaze, it's the same thing. You only have like 1 less charge of Conflag, but it's fine. So that's pretty much the same thing. Sacrifice your pet. Make sure you do that all the time. And now you're gonna be doing just Incinerate damage. And that's pretty much it. 95k Incinerates. Let's see if we can put like another instant here. Just Incinerate spam, and that's pretty much it. So Incinerate can do like 95k, 100, something heal for like 100. If I get all the buffs and everything, I can get like 126k Incinerate. I already have tried it, and it does big damage. And that's pretty much it. But yeah, boys, you guys have more questions, just hit me up, let me know. Thanks for watching, I appreciate it. And yeah, I'm gonna be posting more videos this week about, like, you know, certain comps, what to do against this, or, you know, playing like Mage Lock, Shadow Play, Windwalker, Destro, all these type of comps, so you guys can like have an idea. Another thing, I know that you guys have questions about my targeting, so I type arena on the search, you guys can see it's control 1, 2, 3. It's right here. And that's pretty much it. Keywise, it's up to you. It's up personal preference type of thing. But yeah, boys, thanks for watching. And have a good one. Peace, peace.